Mads, Dust Bunny is such an inventive mix of fantasy, horror, and thriller genre. What about that mix of different types of movies really appealed to you about this project?
Well, all of it. I think that most of us who love films also love horror films. I do for sure. Uh, Bryan Fuller's, that's him, tone is super unique, and we talked about it before. But that's when you can pull off something grotesque and at the same time make it sweet because there's something sweet happening between two characters. I think that's quite of an achievement, and I just love to dive into a universe like that. It's rare that you meet them.
Yeah, and I was blown away by the balance of tones and also the production set design is just gorgeous throughout this film, Brian. You obviously had such remarkable runs on television. So what was the biggest challenge in crafting an original story for film where, you don't have that episodic nature and you're dealing with a smaller runtime totally?
It was an interesting experience to kind of move from TV into film. Uh, it's so much more intimate making a movie, and because television is always about the next thing that comes right after the one that you're working on, there's no time to really be present with that experience because you're constantly looking forward. Yoda would criticize for not living in the moment and where you are, but film actually allows you that opportunity to have a much more intimate experience with the cast and department heads and be present in a way that I was never really afforded on the schedule of a television show. So that to me was probably my favorite part of the experience, was just being able to have a greater relationship with Maz and a sense of the world building that is often dissipated through different department heads as a showrunner, but as a director, you get to have a direct experience with all of those people, and it's just much more intimate.
Yeah, Mads, I wanted to ask you that because obviously you both worked on Hannibal together and you have that creative relationship, but you've never been directed by Brian until this movie. So, how was that experience of having that one-on-one, closer experience throughout Dust Bunny?
It's about time. You done stuff before, right? With did you?
I hadn't directed. I directed the directors,
Yeah,
but
which is
never,
also
you know.
a job.
Yeah.
Uh, what's that to say? It's his creation. There's something. I mean, there were so splendid, great directors on the Hannibal show, but it was still Brian's creation. There were still things in there that they almost got or maybe got, and here it's his, and he's there telling us what this means, right? So it's a full package, and I think it would have been really strange for me if it wasn't you directing it, as opposed to I got used to it on the TV show, but here I think it would have been really weird.
Yeah.
I think it would.